Hey, what's up, Devin?
Oh, hey, wait, where is everyone?
Let's see. Brendan had his work schedule shifted last second, so he's at work doing stuff. And Christian abandoned his podcast duties to go climb at a rock climbing competition, excuse me.
Okay, but aren't we, wait, I'm so confused. I thought we're covering the next set of episodes.
I mean, yeah, we are. Lucky for us and the audience, maybe. It's filler, so it's not that big of a deal that they're not here. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my cue to leave.
It's going to be real interesting for you to leave when you're handcuffed to the table.
Wait, clever girl.
Well, take a seat, buddy, and I'll break us in with this here summary that I wrote. Since we officially concluded the Zoe arc last week, you know what that means, right? Filler time, baby! And if you're expecting something cool like the G8 arc from way back in the day, well, you're probably disappointed like I am. Worse plot, worse Marines, worse security, Papa John's. This week we follow the Sanji retrieval squad as they stumble upon the last Navy outpost before Whole Cake Island. While Pedro and Peckham stay behind on the Sunny, the rest of the crew disguise themselves and infiltrate the base to restock on supplies. But first, they chow down on some delicious curry. Eventually, Luffy and his friends are recognized by Vice Admiral Prody and are chased down by Captain Grount. After some funny moments and a bit of hijinks, the crew raid the pantry and make their way back to the Sunny, where they proceed to eat their food in about 10 minutes. Will there be a second round of famine? Will we survive this one? Guess we'll find out next week. So, Devin, how do you feel about this week's episodes?
They, honestly, the first impression, like the first thing that comes to mind, like in like what are they called? Like in Mortal Kombat or in like other like fighting style games where like you have like variations of characters, but like sometimes they're silly.
Like different skins?
Yeah, like different skins, like where it's like, it's Scorpion, but instead of using, his hands, he's using a mace or something like that.
Okay.
Right? That's what I felt like when I watched Luffy fighting with a ladle and a pot.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that was an amazing scene because we get this dude he's fighting who so it's Luffy with his sword and shield build, fighting against the guy with twin blades. And sword and shield is clearly OP this patch.
But like that's what I mean. It's like it reminded me of like where it's like there was like I remember in like one of the Mortal Kombat games, there's like a guy that's literally just like his whole shtick is he's a drunk, but he's like a drunken master and he fights with booze. That's what it reminds me of, or like even like that other fighting character game where like the guy uses saxophone notes to defeat you. Like that's what it like the vibes I'm getting from
Luffy with his gluttony
with
style. Glutton fist, ladle press.
But like the amount of like food defenses that have happened in this episode, one, it kind of made me hungry, and two, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, yep, this is filler. Like, this is exactly what I expected.
Was it? This is what you expected?
Kind of, yeah. Like in the first episode, no. But after the first episode, it's like, this is going exactly how I imagined the rest of it would go. We had like full in-depth character arc in 2 episodes, and
it was a bad one, in my opinion.
So many questions with no answers.
They put so much like energy into like Grount as a character to like make him meaningful, but it just felt all over the place with like zero payoff. It's like, bro, we're never gonna see you again. I think maybe we will. Maybe Toei will do another filler arc at some point that I don't know about. But like the way we introduce Grount. He's a Marine, or like, it's a guy we don't know yet, in a Marine jacket, but he attacks the incoming Marine ship on a Marine base, and I'm just here like, so pirate? ? And no, he's just a guy on staff. He just transferred in.
He's just an asshole.
Yeah, he's just an asshole. And I'm just here thinking like, oh, that's gonna play a key part into his character development. And if it did, it went over my head because all we got was he was trained by Aokiji after Aokiji found him on an island that he may have just single-handedly, in more ways than one, destroyed because he's got some demon gorilla fist where honestly, it's not like he's a little kid who grew a giant arm. It's a giant arm who grew a little kid, honestly. Like, his arm is twice his size.
I mean, that's what you meant by that. Like, I didn't catch that in general, but like, I see the dream now that you're
his arm is huge. It's so much bigger than him.
Big.
Like he shouldn't be using his legs anymore. He should just be like one arm, like hopping along everywhere.
Like that Rick and Morty episode where he has like that super arm.
Exactly. That's basically what this guy is. So much development, kind of, for no payoff.
There was development, but then it was like literally like the bare minimum with no explanation.
It was very touch and go.
Why was the monkey arm steaming? Why did ice stop the monkey arm?
Why does he have a monkey arm?
Training him to beat up his own friend, like his own coworkers. I don't get this.
Why does Garp like him? Why did Garp let him go to this island? Did he know Luffy was going to be there? I don't know.
Hold on. Garp liking him, I could totally understand. Like, Garp's rambunctious. He's rambunctious. I get
also,
that.
Monkey D. Garp, kid with monkey arm.
That is so dumb. That's so dumb. Oh God, I don't even like know how to feel about it, because it's just like there was so much it's like it's literally just like anime plot throw up. Like it's just everywhere, and there's so much, and I don't understand any of it.
I'm not sure if it could make sense of it, honestly. Like I mean, like.
However, I don't hate the character designs. That's the only thing I did not hate.
They were pretty cool. Ground was kind of cool. I like his haircut. And his homie, I wrote it down here. What's his name? Bonham or something like that. He's the dark dude like who may or may not speak Spanish. He's a long arm guy who he's a kind of cool character. So he's mastered the 6 powers a la CP9, right? And he also has like techniques similar to like what Lucci developed after he like went a little further beyond, at least in my opinion. And then he also has his own version of like life return, which is the technique the purple-haired Yoyoi guy from CP9 uses, where he can like, you know, change his body, mostly his hair, with life return. This guy can like, I don't know, like do a particular type of breathing style, recite a mantra of some sort, and then he either like bulks up or he slims down to become faster. It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool technique, if you will.
It kind of like my first, like obviously like, yeah, a lot of the stuff is just, you know, stuff that CP9 did. But like my first initial like thought of what he was doing reminded me of like that sumo guy from Sabaody. You know, the
how
one
so?
Little, I honestly, I think it was just the muscles. But
sumo guy is just sumo guy with the giant axe, and he had hockey before we knew what hockey was. That's about it.
Right. But like, didn't he also do like, I don't know. I remember him doing like palm strikes and shit.
He was just sumo slap fighting with hockey, I guess.
I guess it was just the finger stabbing that I remembered.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess it is more so just the CP9 stuff. They're really hammering in the CP9 stuff lately.
I mean, I guess when you introduced CP9, they were like, oh, these are like top level government agents. They got their own like martial arts form, more or less. And then as we progressed, as the Straw Hats got stronger, so did the Marines by necessity. And most of them had to develop at least one or, you know, mostly 2 of the 6 powers. It's usually hockey / armament. And then their like skywalk technique thing or whatever. So this is just really driving that detail further home. It's like, hey, if you want to be good and strong to fight anyone out on the Grand Line, you kind of have to know these kind of things, I guess.
So there was only one major thing that I noticed.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if you're going to recognize it too. Post-time skip Kobe.
What about him? I mean, I saw him. He was talking to Garp.
That don't you remember like a week or 2 ago, we were like, oh my God, I wonder what he looks like. We know he has a new bandana.
Maybe I missed something.
I'm instilling hype. Oh my God.
Kobe's got a new bandana. I wonder what it means. Is he new admiral?
Yeah, there we go.
Beautiful. We did it. Success. Hype successfully planted amongst the masses. Yeah, I didn't like this arc. I never saw this.
There's only one thing to like, which is literally just those 3 and their reaction to the crew.
I mean, and there's good filler out there.
Shitty Walmart Sanji. The other one is off-brand Latino Chopper, and then you got what if Monkey D. Luffy was taken literally and told to you, like described to you from the other room?
I mean, we've
got like a big arm and he's a monkey and he punches things.
We've gotten good filler before, or at least far better than this. I knew nothing about this walking in, and all I knew was like, oh, they left one island. Their mini filler arc in between the next island is them stopping at a marine base. I was like, oh, that's what happened with G8. It's just, instead of 20 episodes, it's what do you call it? 3. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if this is gonna be good. Maybe it will. And I had my hopes up, and then I pressed play, and I was like, okay, episode 1's kind of cool. We're trying not to starve. We're eating some curry, and I'm be real. I'm pretty sure it's just because I was hungry, because this is the most like generic anime looking curry ever.
I was more impressed by the carrots.
It was looking real good.
Seagull carrots.
The carrots, the potato, the sauce, the rice, bro. Everything was looking scrumptious. I can go for some Japanese curry right now. But yeah, everyone's chowing down, and then it's just 2 episodes of like, why did we have an extra one? We could have made this 2 episodes. We could have moved on with our lives. One of these episodes didn't matter, or at least didn't need to be as long as they were. And I was sad because I was hoping to just get like, well, I guess what I would have wanted is like, if you're going to like try and make Grout an important character, because they clearly did so. They were like, oh, he's got proximity to guard. Yeah, I guess like establish personality, or like, you gave him a backstory of some sort. Do one of 2 things. One, explain it better, I guess, because there was none. And also like give me a conclusion, because like we're never going to see this character again. So like, I don't know, there was just like it just felt like bad storytelling from my perspective. I was like, this
100%. It was I honestly, most of the characters, like even the main cast, felt like shells of their own like normal self, like where they're not reacting how they normally would. I don't know how to explain like the feeling I got from like looking at Luffy, like deadpan stare at him like, yes, you are the bad guy that I need to beat up in these episodes. Let us fight. Like, that's how my brain processed.
I mean, Luffy had a single track mind. He was like, bro, I'm here for food. Give me the food. Where's the food? And respectable and pretty on brand. He was like, these scrubs keep running after me and I just want some food. And then everyone else kind of gets like sidelined for the most part. Like, there's obvious sidelining between like Peckham's, Pedro, and Brook for the most part. And then Nami and Chopper have their own side quests. I apologize for anyone who's listening to this and you're about to have a really unfun 45 minutes to an hour of just like me shitting on this thing, because I don't even want to talk about it.
It was so boring.
It was boring. It was boring.
Like, it wasn't even good filler.
No,
like, we've had good filler. G8 from what I remember it with rose tinted glasses, like it was great. I just remember loving that fishing pole.
Bro, we got so much content G8. We got cool Marines. We got cooking parts where I don't know if they make curry or whatever Sanji helped them make. But there was food. It was delicious and looked good visually, like art-wise. There was plenty of snooping around, plenty of gags and hijinks. It felt like they tried to take the elements of G8, squish them into 3 episodes instead of like however many we had back then, and then did it poorly.
About the elements.
Yeah, it was bad. Just bad. I don't like. Do you want to leave the show? Because I don't. There's something to talk about. I just skip to the end where we do the fun stuff.
I feel like the only redeeming thing about these episodes is literally just seeing Carrot do anything.
Carrot has a childlike naivety and whimsy to her that is kind of refreshing.
Like screaming Nami's name in the middle of the fucking cafeteria, of the criminal Nami.
Well, she doesn't know that clearly. She's just like, oh, my best friend's here. Hello, we're over here. Come eat dinner with us. She's like, we're in disguises. Like, hey, what'd you say? Come over here. I can't hear you. Nami of the Straw Hat Pirates with a bounty of 130 million. Please come over here.
Oh, God.
And then somehow, like, mostly no one recognizes this. No one cares except the Sanji clone for the week, Zappa. And then eventually, I don't even think anyone in the cafeteria recognizes it. It has to be called out on the PA system from their vice admiral in the office saying, hey, that table right there, that's Straw Hat Luffy. And then everyone's like, oh. Everyone get him. And Luffy's just kind of like, yeah, man, I'm just here for food. Give me the curry.
Right. I guess
I guess I'll just like I'll brief through the proper plot points here. So the crew is starving, which we knew about last week because they ate all their food in like a day. And by 8, I mean Luffy burned it 3 times. And so they were starving. They come across this island called Front Island. There's a marine base there. It's like the last outpost before Whole Cake Island and some other part of the Grand Line maybe where, the Navy tries to keep tabs on Big Mom and whatever's going on that side of the world without, causing conflict. So we stumble upon this island. The crew leave Pedro and Peckhams behind, and they take the shark submarine thing to the coast. They find some Marines on there. Brook does his spooky ghost soul thing. He scares everyone unconscious. So they raid their clothes and their uniform, and so they break into the base. They're just walking in like they belong there. They clearly don't. Somehow, almost no one recognizes that they don't belong there, except for like the lunch lady who looks at Nami and Chopper, who's like, "You guys don't belong here. Anyway, eat more. You guys must be new. You need lots of meat on the bone." So it's just them eating in the cafeteria. There's plenty of hijinks, trying to stay low key before Luffy and Carrot ruin it for them. Eventually, the Vice Admiral on base recognizes the situation, calls attention to it. Now it's just 2 episodes of them trying to run away. So Luffy and Carrot are the primary ones who are doing the running and fighting as they're trying to find their way out of the base. In the meantime, Nami and Chopper find the pantry, or whatever the term is for where you keep all your food on a base. They find that, they break into it, they start, packing, trying to re-up their supplies for the trip home. Eventually Luffy and Carrot meet up with them. As they're packing food, they take a break to eat food as they're packing, which pisses off Nami. Everyone's doing it's fun, it's great. And then they run into these 3 goons. There's Captain Grount and his 2 homies, Zappa and Branham, or however you pronounce that guy's name. These are just 3 random Marines who were trained by Aokiji. And yeah, they're just, I don't know, they fancy themselves big shots, or, want to be the biggest, baddest Marines in the world kind of thing. Especially Grount, who I don't really know why he has his motivation, but he just wants to be the best Marine ever and take down, all the Yonko and stuff.
So I kind of realized this as I was, just thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
What probably would have made those 3 characters interesting is if they made them all one character. Now, hear me out.
Uh-huh.
You keep Grount for like the outfit design, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take Bonham's physique, squish it into Grount, right? And if you take Zappa's personality and smush it in, this probably could have been a very interesting, fun character. But because we separated all 3 of them into cookie cutter, lame ass side characters, it's not as interesting, right? Imagine if all 3 of them were one.
That'd be a really big
remove
dude.
the sword fighter aspect, all of it. So imagine you got this body shifting dude who's like, trying to kick the shit out of you, and then he gets a fucking gorilla grip out of you. Meanwhile, the whole reason why he's doing this is because he wants Nami.
You know what? You're absolutely right. This would fix like a lot of narrative just
it gives them motivation.
Yes.
It gives them a unique quirk where it's like, you first think that my whole ability is just being able to change my body. Psych, monkey arm. like that's the ace up the sleeve, is the monkey arm. Like, it could have been something more unique, but instead we got 3 separate characters that are missing something.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I'm on board. I wasn't getting it at first, but I see the vision. I think I agree. It would have not
like the guy, like the red hair guy, like if he had like the dreads with it, that would have been cool.
I can agree with mixing their bodies, like, I don't know, make him bigger and browner. But I like the mohawk. The mohawk's sick, right?
Fair. I also like the guy with the dreads hair. That was the
That's
first
also
thing
valid.
Because the mohawk, it just reminded me of Yu-Gi-Oh. Protagonist. Like, who's the protagonist in this arc? The one with the craziest hair.
I think what I kind of laughed about is that when you see his gorilla arm or whatever, the fur is red, and I just think to myself, so you have this one arm that's just gorilla for no reason, no explanation, like at all. Aokiji just finds you like this on a deserted island that you've seemingly destroyed. There is nothing. He asked you like what happened. We could have just said like, oh, I was experimented on and this is what happened. Granted, that explains like almost nothing, but it's an attempt, and it's better at just, nope, this kid just exists like this. Yeah, it's something. So I'm just here thinking to myself like, red hair, red gorilla arm fur. And in my head, I was like, is he gonna like Hulk out? Is he just gonna become actual full-grown monkey? Is that his future? Is he just a Super Saiyan,
Monkey
or
D.
rather just a
Luffy
Saiyan?
fighting big monkey.
He's just a great ape in progress from like, a la Dragon Ball Z ape monkey dudes.
See, like that would have been cool.
More monkey. This show is always better with more monkey. Just commit to more monkey. Every arc, more monkey.
I don't. It's like they had a character quota, but they didn't have they didn't think about the creativity behind the character quota. Like they only had one character that they could have made, but they just split him up into 3 people and then didn't explain any of it.
It'd be like that.
They're just like, yeah, this guy's a pervert who marries everyone. Like that one thing.
He tries and it gets rejected and falls into a pit of despair.
Mm-hmm. Just like so-and-so from
insert show here.
Well, no, I was gonna. Well, actually, yes, like Zenitsu or fucking. I was thinking Thriller Bark like forever ago. I
was just like, yo, it's Brock from Pokemon. It's insert other character who fits the show here from other show here.
Mm-hmm. And then it was like the classic stereotype where you have the guy who's good with swords. I'm the morbidly obese one, and the one that's clearly the villain. Like that's all this was. Copy paste.
Hate to see it. So they meet up in the pantry. They get cornered by Grout. Except no, not really, because Luffy just beats all their asses. And so Grout like pouts, and he's like, "Nah, GG, man. We're all scrubs. So let him go." And his 2 friends are like, "Man, what are you, a weenie? Aokiji taught us better than this. We're gonna go fight him while you sit here being a wimp on the corner on the floor crying or whatever." And the kid has a flashback to when he met Garp or something, or Aokiji, one or the other, and he's like, "What are you gonna do when you finally meet an obstacle you can't overcome?" And then he gets motivated to get back up and fight Luffy after his 2 friends get beaten up, and then he loses to Luffy because of course he is. And then the Straw Hats live happily ever after.
Back on Starvation Island.
They're not starving yet. I don't know how long their trip is supposed to be after this point. I think they've maybe gone, let's say 3 days, give or take, right?
Really?
This is like a somewhat of a guess. I feel like that's kind of true. Like it's been 3 days deep so far. I know it's supposed to be like a week-long-ish journey at least, from Zo to Whole Cake, and they ruined their food day 1. They've been starving for at least 2 more in my mind.
See, I processed it as like a day.
God, if it's only been a day, you might be right.
Have you seen how much they eat? Like, look at them.
I would be surprised if only a day. They've only been suffering for a day and they're about to do another round. They're like, all right, well, we're made to day 3, but we're starving again, kind of. And we have 4 days left. Good luck, everyone.
Mission objective updated. Survive.
Yeah, literally.
I was also right about Chopper being a meal last week.
Luffy did go nom nom on Chopper. He did do that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He didn't even bother cooking him. He just went nom nom.
Straight to cannibalism.
Speaking of Chopper, I remember however many episodes ago it was, mostly Christian, I think, was talking about how he really wants Chopper to level up in some near future of the story, because Chopper is a doctor and he's great at that, and that's cool. That's his primary role, but he's shown to have like the option for combat, right? But he's never been shown as like being any good at it. Like, you have Kung Fu Point and Heavy Point and all this other stuff, but Chopper usually gets his ass kicked for the most part. And so I was kind of pleasantly surprised he held his own in any of the fights this week.
Honestly, yeah, I agree, because like most of the time recently he's like, let's be honest, he didn't really learn anything new. He just got gooder at what he already knew.
Exactly.
And it's been very underwhelming lately. Like, he's been fighting random goons and they're not really that impressive.
He's fighting the fodder, the little...
Yeah, he's constantly fighting the fodder. He hasn't fought like he did in like...
He hasn't fought a named enemy yet.
Exactly. He hasn't had a 1v1 yet, a true 1v1.
Not in a very long time.
Where he's had to implement his abilities. Yeah. And it's very underwhelming. And I kind of hope he has his 1v1 moment, because like last time I could think of, he had a 1v1 was Enies Lobby, really.
That's the like important cool one. After that, I think technically his 1v1 was on Fishman Island, and that's like a very big technically, and honestly, If I went
I
back
don't
to that,
remember it.
if we went back to the fight where everyone starts showing off their new moves, if I had to think about it, he's probably not even fighting a 1v1. He's probably just going monster point under control and just fighting fodder.
Yeah.
Everyone else is having a 1v1 of sorts.
But exactly. Like he was fighting the crowd. It
Poor
wasn't
Chalky.
a true 1v1. So that's why like my initial thought is like it had to be fucking Ennie's lobby or something like that, because he was fighting the CP9, dude. And that's when we first got the Wendigo one. Because like I don't even remember if he did anything in Thriller Bark. Like, did he fight anyone in Thriller Bark?
He maybe fought Hogback. I that sounds right. That sounds like what should have happened, because of like, I'm a doctor, you're a doctor, but I think you're a bad doctor kind of thing. So like that might have happened. I believe it. I don't remember if it did.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But yeah, he's been mostly just doing I do science stuff. And it's like, okay, cool. You're just the same as you were before, but allegedly smarter.
Yeah.
He definitely needs something. He needs something new.
Give me a fight. It feels like a similar situation with Frankie, where Frankie is, a fighter, but he never gets like a moment to shine.
He has not. Yeah. Neither of them have had a real moment to shine.
Frankie had, Senior Pink fight. And then prior to that, Annie's lobby? Question mark.
Nah. He fought Oars. You're telling me that Fortnite stairs was not part of it? That is imprinted on my brain as a piece of One Piece. Every single time I think of One Piece, that is something that comes up. Like, remember that time?
That's the real Shogun Iron, whatever Frankie called his Megazord. That's the prototype. Yeah. That's the original.
You should have seen the K bitings that you have to play as Frankie in the fighter game.
The controls on that guy, insane.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's really the plot of this week's episodes. Like it's funny. It's got gags. Like the Vice Admiral. He's just a guy who wants to not fuck up his retirement. And honestly, as a guy who probably will never see retirement,
same.
Valid. I too would want to make sure my pension stays intact and healthy and has absolutely no hiccups, especially when he's presumably really close to it, or at least a lot closer than I am. But yeah, that's anything you want to talk about concerning anything?
Hockey cannon.
Yeah, he shot a bazooka at Brooke in the submarine. He said it had hockey ammunition. I didn't see anything come out of there except like wind.
Light.
Yeah.
He shot him with hopes and prayers.
With my hopes and dreams.
It's a thought and prayers gun, whenever you like, oh, something bad happens, pulls out Gat, thoughts and prayers.
What a weapon. What an idea. What a concept.
Honestly, my favorite part about him shooting Brooke is just the fact that Brooke deadass doesn't even react. He's just like,
he just looks at it just like, oh, GG.
But he does like the whole like, I'm being deleted. Like they went through the whole as animation of like making it look like Brooke died and then being like, no, I didn't. Nothing happened.
Yeah, and I love how they didn't even attempt to explain it either. I was like, you could have just said that he like, put the submarine underwater and dodged it. Nope, nothing. They didn't even say that the guy missed. Brooke survived. That's it. Brooke survived. That is the only part that matters, and that's all we need to concern ourselves with.
Oh, these episodes are so dumb. It's not even a fun kind of dumb.
No.
Like there's not even anything imaginative. It's just like this is actual filler. Like this hurts.
And I'm a guy who can accept a lot of things. Like you can give me slop and I'll find the gold in the slop.
But there's not even gold.
There's no gold in the slop.
It's just coal. And like, yeah, coal functions, but it's like it's fucking messy and it gets everywhere and gives you black lung. I don't want black lung. I want to at least have like, silver poisoning. All
right, I didn't realize we were tier listing the types of toxic material we can encounter in life.
Come on, we gotta have that. We gotta make that the hazardous workplace tier list.
It's like, which ocean violation is cooler than the other?
Which human right workplace violence is more top tier? Nah, black lung F tier. Not fun. Definitely. I mean, has a cool name, but that's about it.
Well, like, yo, radiation poisoning, bro, that's kind of sick.
Makes you feel like Godzilla might get superpowers. A tier.
Might grow an extra kidney out of nowhere. Who knows? It's really the loot box of
loot box of ocean violations.
Oh man.
Now I'm convinced we got to do it.
It's gonna be our supplemental somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure out. Next Panda View Trust.
Oh, God.
Can't wait for that. Anyway, anything you want to talk about concerning One Piece episodes this week before I move on?
These cuffs are itching.
We're almost done, buddy. We're almost out of here. Don't worry. Next week is actually our live recording. So if you're listening to this before the hour of 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have enough time to go to Discord, or rather go to any one of our socials or the description of this podcast, find our link tree, download Discord, log in, make an account if you need to, blah, 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 blah. And you can join us live in session in front of a live studio audience for a recording. We're going to be doing a One Piece draft kind of thing. I don't remember if we went into detail 2 episodes ago where we announced this. But yeah, hopefully you hear this in time and join us. Also, you should be following us on socials because I actually promoted it this time with like a week in advance, which is surely enough for people, right? Also,
those in the audience that don't understand what the fuck you're talking about, what is One Piece draft?
We're doing a draft, like, you know, when you draft people and characters and stuff.
Oh, like sports.
Yeah, sure. I guess it's like when you remember when you were a little kid in school and you had to pick teams for like tag or kickball or whatever.
And I was always last.
Yeah, exactly. So we're doing that. Except our pickings are from the One Piece universe, and we're the team captains essentially. So you can't be picked last, Devin. You're the captain.
How can I sink this ship faster?
Anyway, moving on to quotes. You got a quote, buddy?
Brooke says at one point, Carrot, can I see your panties?
He did say that. He did say that.
And it made me breathe harder out of my nostrils. Not a full-blown laugh, but like a, snort. Exactly.
Speaking of Brooke, my quote is from Brooke, the first episode where he knocks out all the Marines by just scaring them half to death, essentially. He's like, excuse me, what does he say? He says, thank you for your better than expected reaction to all the Marines that just dropped dead. And then he tells the crew behind him they're hiding. He's like, all right, okay, everyone, come on out and get changed, which is pretty funny. But yeah, those are quotes this week. Moving on to Golden Ale.
Brooke, just because of that fucking scene of him on the boat about to get vaporized, but then not.
You know what? I can live with that. It gives off
the perfect energy of like, what's it called?
Brooke was really the MVP dog. This week, honestly. He helped Luffy escape. He drove the getaway car. Brooke was MVP. I'm okay with this. Because the only thing I had bring him to the table was, with all sincerity, nominating the plate of curry for Golden Ham.
See, I don't like curry, so for me, I can. I'd be heavily opposed.
I guess that's fair. I
love the energy. I love the energy.
Listen, that is the only thing I enjoyed this week.
Like, it was like the best description I could think of is like, that cooking show, the one where like he makes everyone get naked because of his cooking.
Huh? Oh, anime. Okay.
You know damn well what I'm talking about.
See, you said show, and my brain didn't think of anime. I thought of like Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen. And I'm like, wait, hold on. What Food Network channel is this? I don't remember Guy Fieri doing this.
Oh my God. Now I'm just picturing it.
Shokugeki no Soma. There we go. It took me a minute.
Now I'm just picturing Guy Fieri in a fucking anime. And when you really think about it, he would fit.
It's a shame that I like to believe there's a world where Shokugeki no Soma reaches a popularity so beyond Japan and niche culture where you could actually get cameos from celebrity chefs like Guy Fieri and Gordon Ramsay. That would be awesome, actually. I want that. I need that desperately.
That would be it. Oh, so back to my original point. This is like the loser contenders like version of the food. Like the food looked good, but like It's only because I'm hungry.
All right, hold on.
We've seen other
taking into
food.
account that you don't like curry, which is respectable. I'm not going to say this look bad in any regard, all right?
I'm not saying it looked bad, but like compared to the fantastical dishes that they've made look super fucking delicious in episodes before, this was pretty lackluster.
I guess.
Again, this is again the moment like where it's like it's been a long day of work, you haven't eaten anything, and there's a fucking cheese sandwich in the fridge, and you're like, oh my god, this is the best meal ever. It ain't fucking beef Wellington. It's a cheese sandwich, and you're hungry.
God, cheese sandwich is like the worst like struggle meal ever, because it's like
sugar sandwich.
I mean the sugar makes my brain tingly. That's just gonna taste good no matter what. A cheese sandwich to me is just like you couldn't even afford, quote unquote, to make a grilled cheese.
You couldn't even microwave it.
Yeah, I'm like, God, like, dude, a cheese sandwich, especially because I don't like cold cheese, like, you know, deli meat style kind of thing, or cold cheese in general. That just like that's just sad. That's a sad sandwich. All right. Like a grilled cheese, bro. You get a little nice and toasty, some butter in the pan, bro. Even if you use like a toaster oven, which is like, you know, it'll do the trick, but you know, it's not going to taste as good because, you know, less moisture, this, that, and the other.
Or even a waffle iron.
Exactly. If you freaking use a microwave, which I've never even tried that. That sounds awful, but surely it's better than a cold cheese sandwich.
It most definitely is awful. As someone who works at a gas station, it is awful. Imagine bread boiling, and then there's molting hot cheese that doesn't even taste good because now it's been microwaved.
I gotta try this, not because I want to, but I need to experience this
for science.
I need to do this for science.
It tastes like plastic.
I can't wait. I mean, I could simply not do this, but, you know.
I can't wait. Wait, I could, but I can't.
The scientific community needs me.
Oh, no. I don't want to be a part of the scientific community.
Oh, man. Okay. With Golden Ham out of the way, we move on to fan mail. Two quick little messages. Well, one quick message and another longer one. Our listener Arliss wrote a couple weeks ago, in response to however many episodes ago this happened, where we asked ourselves, who's the Arc Princess for Zoe? And we didn't really come to a unanimous decision. Arliss writes, the Arc Princess for Zoe is Ryunosuke, and they're absolutely correct.
That's the dragon one, right? Yeah. 100%.
100% agree. Ryunosuke is the Arc Princess for Zoe. Deserves so much better. They even had like the Disney princess like send off when they died. It was all sparkly and everything.
Oh, 100%.
Had the Disney flair and everything. But moving on to our other email.
Permanently etched onto fucking.
Actually. They will forever be remembered and memorialized on Zoe, whether it's with the stone memorial thing or literally you just find the hieroglyphic or imprint left on, probably now I think about it, Zunisha's ass.
Yep. You are sorry, I can't even say their name. Ryunosuke, you are a tramp stamp. You
Actually.
are an elephant tramp stamp. Congratulations. You are my princess.
That's awesome. I love that. Moving on to another email from our listener, Azure. Azure writes, good morning, One Peaceful Lime Cast, or whatever time you're reading this. School is starting up again, and something really coincidental happened to me. There's a guy named Dylan. He's on my bus, and the thing is, you guys recently started mentioning Dylan again recently. And then Dylan, the real person in their life. Dylan, the person, mysteriously disappeared a few days ago. Do you guys have anything to do with that? Anyway, are you guys aware of Panda Woman? If yes, then yay. Good for you. Do we know about Panda Woman? Do we know about her?
I cannot confirm nor deny the existence of Panda Woman. And as for the answer for the Dylan, what are you, a cop?
We are aware of Panda Woman because she showed up in what was that arc in Amazon Lily way back. So we knew back then. Do we remember her? Clearly not, which is unfortunate. She deserves more respect, and I apologize sincerely. Rest of the email writes here. Question here. Would you rather be Zoro or Sanji life-wise? You can give your reasoning or not. That's all I can really think of for now. So have a good day /night, Azure. I'm
going to say Sanji for job opportunities.
I thought
There's
the
not really
same
a lot
thing.
Of bounty hunters, unless I want to be like the dog, the big bag dog. I'd rather just be in a kitchen, being known for being a good chef.
I had the initial same gut reaction of like, oh, I'd want to be Sanji just because I know how to cook, which is really cool and important to me. And I also
cigarettes are cool.
All right, hold on. That's not the message we're saying out here. Kids smoke crack is whack, and so are cigarettes. And also know how to like do taekwondo or whatever, and capoeira and breakdancing. All these amazing skills I would love to have. However, I don't think Sanji's employable in our real world. That man is not capable of...
Yeah, he is an HR nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. And so with that being said, I think the like quote-unquote objectively correct answer is Zoro. You know how to use swords. Sword is cool. You're a gym bro. People like them. You could do security probably. Like at least freelancing. You're super stoic and people like that. And I don't know if we've like seen this yet, but at some point, if we haven't seen it yet, Zoro has like, what do you call it? Like Zoro gets hit on by women and he just does not like receive the advances at all. It's either it goes over his head or he just shits it down. He's got one focus, bro, and it's sword. All right. It's about being the greatest swordsman and nothing else. He doesn't have time for women.
Having a girlfriend, I was studying the blade.
Exactly. Zoro doesn't have time for romantic interests when he's got, career aspirations to achieve. And honestly, good for him. Good for Zoro.
Zoro could make a good YouTuber. He'd probably make a lot of money. Like, watch me saw this. Fucking exactly. Like those like ballistic channels, or like they just shoot ballistic jelly dummies all the time. He's just using swords on it. Like, watch me, use this new sword from Amazon that's $50 versus my $3,000 sword. Mm-hmm. Which one will slice better? And the show will be Will It Make the Cut? That's the name.
Oh, my man's cooking. That's good. I like that.
Trademark sightings.
Nice. Thank you, Azure, for the email. Thank you, Arliss, for yours as well. Moving on, Patreon shoutouts. Taco and Reen.
TR.
Thank you for being our producers this month and many other months in the past, and to all our patrons out there out on Patreon. But moving on to the end, or the end before the end, the Garb Gab. So Christian's not here, obviously, and he like last minute dished out on us, so he didn't leave it behind or with me.
Oh.
Did he leave it with you?
Again, I'm handcuffed to a chair,
right?
So I can't even.
Right. So I came quote unquote prepared, and by prepared I mean here's a trash bag. It's Glad Force Flex. Hashtag not sponsored. And you're gonna go fish for our segment this week, buddy.
How?
You have another hand?
Handcuffed. You got both my hands.
Oh, did I? Oh, I wasn't intending.
Just you know what? Just dump it out on me.
All right, here you go, buddy.
And whatever sits on my lap, that's it.
Catch anything yet?
Ow, was that a bottle?
No, it was paper.
No, that is a glass bottle, and on it is written fucking rain check.
I guess I mistook.
Who makes that brand?
I guess I meant to throw that in the recycling bag and got mixed up. My bad.
There's a note in the bottle.
Oh, well, let me take care of that one.
It.
Yeah, I got it from here, buddy. Thank you. Bottle. Just gonna unscroll it, and the scroll of truth says, rain check. What is the worst / most embarrassing injury you've ever had?
Which one?
I'll let you think about that one. I'll go first. Coincidentally, I had recently talked to a coworker about this the other night. So for worst injury, I guess technically it's also embarrassing when people know the true story behind it. So worst injury I ever had was I broke my leg once in middle school. The true story of how it happened is I was like in gym class or whatever, and I was racing another kid. And at some point while I'm running, I kind of just like black out. Like I completely lost my vision. But I was still like running. But I just had no vision, didn't know what to do. I think my brain just like fried for a second. And so I regained consciousness and vision 2 centimeters from the wall, and I run full force into the wall at like 12 years old. Also, the wall is padded. Keep that in mind.
Okay, that's good.
And I still broke my leg. I broke my leg. It was like a pretty, it wasn't like that crazy of an injury. But let me get there first. So I broke my leg. Never broken a leg before, never broken a bone. Had no idea what this injury was. I like was met with this really like tingly, burning pain in my leg that I couldn't like stand up on it for a good while. So like I had to wait out the rest of the period. It was like 15, maybe 30 minutes before I guess like adrenaline did its thing and I could get up and I can like limp on it. I didn't know what happened to me. I would have never thought that I broke my leg. And I was also like for some reason afraid to tell my mom how it happened, like what happened to me. Cause I was like, oh, if I tell my mom I got hurt at school, I'm going to get in trouble. Not sure why that's the logic I had. So I like made up a story of how I hurt my leg at home to her. But we thought it was fine. I just had to like limp around for a little bit. I limped on this leg for a month. I went to football practice. I played my first game of the season on it. And I was a lineman. I was the nose guard and center, which is, for those who are not familiar with American football, I have to protect the quarterback or go after the quarterback while also handling the ball sometimes, depending on offense and defense. So I'm like a really crucial character who is heavily reliant on my leg strength and like the ability to squat and like, honestly, it's a miracle I didn't snap my leg in half, like truthfully, like break skin in it or anything like that. I don't know how I managed to pull that off. But yeah, I do that injury after my first game of the season. My mom's like, we're taking you to the hospital, get an x-ray done. Doctor walks in 2 hours later and it's like, hey, you broke your leg. And I just remember freaking out, thinking to myself, oh my God, do I need surgery, doc? And he's like, no, it's like such a baby fracture. Because it's like, whatever bone it was like, imagine you just took a chicken wing bone, snapped it in half, and then the two halves are just kind of like misaligned a little bit. It's like the one's laying on top of the other. And so you just gotta have to like give it time for it to heal and regrow properly. So like I didn't even get a cement cast. It was like this
you got the boot?
It wasn't even a boot. It was they call it an air cast. So it's just kind of like these two pieces of plastic that have essentially a balloon on each side that it's kind of like a splint, really, when I think about it. You just, put on this cast, you wrap it around your leg, you can take it off when you need to shower or whatever, and it's just meant to keep your leg straight and aligned while the bone heals properly. And I just wore that and, walked on crutches for a couple months, and that was that.
So growing up, I was known as the glass child.
Insane, by the way.
Yep. And I have quite a few things, but like I don't necessarily label any of them as embarrassing. It depends on like what you find embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, my most embarrassing one was my elbow, which I'm pretty sure I told the story on here about.
But tell us again.
I was dumb. We were on a lake and a buddy of mine said, hey, someone jump in the water and, put the anchor in. I heard jump in the water. So I did. I did kind of like I was going to land on my butt in the water. Like it was like a butt slam in the water. Did not realize the water was only 3 feet deep.
Oof. And you are a 6'7" man.
I am yes, I am canonically 8 foot tall. I typically am equivalent to like a giant. Land on my ass really hard, slam my elbow into the clay sandbar and crushed my radial head, which is the piece on my elbow. Had to get surgery, screws there. That was awful pain. But that was just, that's embarrassing because, Devin was dumb because there were so many instances when I could have realized that the water was shallow because 1, I was told. 2, there was a man standing in the water, knee height in the water. 3,
so many signs.
I was told.
And I've noticed
4,
none of them.
I was sober. Like I have no excuse. Like this was just a bone break. Now, as for embarrassing because it's long-term effects, the time I broke my pinky, and Justin, you've seen it.
I've seen you in person. I wouldn't say I've seen your pinky.
It's subtle. So the way I broke it, and 2, just how it healed. So my pinky healed funny. So now whenever I hold a cup, it sticks out kind of if I was like British drinking tea.
Of course.
I call it my British pinky. But the reason why I broke it, I remember like my neighbor had just their parents had bought them a basketball net and they still had the box. So of course, what are we playing with? The box.
Devin's just a big cat.
And this was, okay, I want to paint the image. So I'm on my bike, and this was the image I had in my head. I'm going to ride my bike down the sidewalk. My friend is going to push the box over. It's going to hit me in the shoulder, and I'm going to skid out and crash, quote unquote, like a planned fake crash. Like, whoa, because action star. What actually happens? He pushes the box way too soon. The front wheel hits it. I go over the handlebars.
Oh my God.
Pinky touches my wrists. Like, it bends backwards. Like, it didn't go sideways. It went like directly
head over
towards
heels.
my wrist. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how to describe it without visuals. It's a very hard story to tell. And based off of how,
honestly, for the audience, it's better that we don't have visual aids.
Yeah, because a lot of people, it's kind of like it's an embarrassing story, but it's also like my little, like, you know, bar joke. Like, hey, want to see something weird?
Dislocates pinky.
I just bend it back because it doesn't hurt. My pinky bends at the second knuckle, like, or, you know, like not your knuckle, but like the second joint.
Content warning for body horror this episode.
Oh yeah, trigger warning, I guess. Yeah, it bends 90 degrees, and it doesn't hurt. It does not hurt for me. And so, like, I'll just be like, want to see something gross? Bleh. And people go, ugh, and make them gag. And it's haha moment. And then I remember I can't really hold things properly. Because that finger doesn't do things goodly, but I make it work, and it's very funny. Again, I look like I'm British whenever I'm drinking anything because that finger just sticks out.
Oof.
So yeah, that would be my most embarrassing injury because it's the most obvious.
I guess so. All right.
Yeah, I have like 100 million fucking injury stories.
I feel like for a guy who's built like you should not be made of glass, bro.
Oh, I'm 100% made of glass. There's a reason why whenever Juan says, hey, let's go rock climbing, I go, no.
Insane. like visually, you look like you should be made out of granite.
Yeah, like I look like I should be like granite, like a rock. Like you hit me and like your fist breaks. No, you hit me, I fall over and just fucking shatter. It's just like someone sneezes in the room next to me. Thanos. Like that's the reality.
Yo, someone messed up the roles for your character sheet during creation, bro. That's crazy.
They really did. They gave me that I used to have min-maxed in strength and dexterity, and now it's like split between wisdom and charisma. But like nothing's higher than a 14 at best.
Hate to see it.
Constitution -5 with a -5 debuff because smoking and obesity.
It's rough out here.
However, I do get a +10 in eating.
Oh, that's pretty good.
With a -5 in taste buds. Because I'm a picky eater. My stat block would be all over the fucking place. Like this build shouldn't work, but it does. It doesn't work effectively, but it ineffectively does something.
It does something.
We should build our character sheets of just everyone. Give them like feats and everything that don't make sense, of like things like weird or like tricks that they could do. Like one of my feats would be body horror.
I have this is so stupid. I was gonna say I have extra pockets because I have so many open wounds. I have a -3 debuff for allergies.
Juan will get the prison pocket.
We're gonna make it magical, so he's got prison pocket dimension.
Yeah, exactly. He's the prison pocket, or dimensional prison pocket. We got to cook on that. I feel like that could be a Panda Sightings thing where we all just create our character sheets and then post them at the very end.
My God! All right, we did it. We're at the end of the show. Take us home, buddy.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Panda Sightings. You can also send us questions at pandasightings@gmail.com. If you want to financially support us, we got a Patreon, but we're also not having a Patreon. I don't know. There's buttons down below. We also have a Discord where we, I believe that's going to be our new form of possible monetization.
We're working on something in the background. It's not quite yet for release, but you'll find out soon enough, quote unquote.
And if you go into the Discord, as we mentioned before, for our live cast, that's where we normally give a lot of updates, like concrete ones. Anything we say on here can be we're prone to lying because we forget. And Redbubble, we got stickers. Get that pickled foot. I want to see a fan with a pickled foot somewhere. I want pics. If you do buy it, please send me a picture of whatever you put that sticker on.
Yeah,
I think that's all of them. I don't remember. There's so many things.
Yep, we're done here. All right. Let me on handcuff you.
Wait, don't. I see your hands are a little sweaty. Don't drop the key, please. I do not want to be locked.
We're in a room. Like, if I drop the key, I just pick it back up. Okay, well, I dropped the key. Thanks for jinxing me. And so I just got to pick it.
Watch out for the vent. Watch out for the vent.
Why do we have air vents on the floor?
Because that's how the HVAC works.
What do you mean?
Fuck.
Do
we have a TV in here?
I can relocate it. I can take it out of the bathroom. Put it on the wall in front of you for you.
Is there any other show that you want me to watch? Because clearly I'm a captive audience now.
You know what? I got Hulu. I think Berserk's on Hulu. We'll give you a marathon, buddy. Just make sure you don't lose the remote, because eventually it's going to ask you if you're still there, and the answer is going to be yes, because you're not going anywhere until we figure this out. Some bolt cutters or whatever.
Wait, you're not going to watch it with me?
Oh yeah, no, I got to go to work actually. And then also not be here. So good luck. I'll check in on you, bring some snacks or whatever. Yeah, bye.
Wait, at least give me a bucket. Oh fuck, he's gone. Is there even? There's not even batteries in this remote. God damn it.